Does this feel different for you than the past couple of years right now?
I definitely, absolutely, without a question. Just with it being my last year and having to take everything in and just kind of enjoy the moment.
You had, now you don't anymore, but you had different roles. You were a guy who did the taser thing and the returning thing. Kind of a little bit what D'Anthony's going through, maybe. What was it like for you? What was your experience?
That was a lot of fun, man. It was exciting, just knowing you're going to get the ball. Coach Kelly puts you in a prime position where you're going to be successful. You're going to get the ball. You're going to have an opportunity to make plays. So it was exciting for me.
Was it hard to learn everything?
Initially, but everything is hard initially. But you pick it up, meeting with him, meeting with Coach Campbell, just kind of gathering, being a sponge, from all these great minds, gathering all the information they're throwing out at you, it makes it a lot easier.
There's been a lot of talk about what D'Anthony's role will be this year. We'll give you a hypothetical. We're asking everybody, if you were the coach of a team that had D'Anthony Thomas, right, how would you use him?
I would use him the exact same way I used him last year and some. I've said it before, I'll say it again, the kid is amazing. And scary thing, he hasn't reached his full potential. It's far from it. So the only thing that can stop D'Anthony is D'Anthony. I don't think there's a defense that you can design to stop him. He's just a freak athlete with freak talent.
Would you put him on the other side of the ball at all?
If I could, I would. Just watching him last year during tube drills and, kind of different DB drills. He's just an athlete. Kid has talent.
Josh was telling me on 7-on-7 you guys all switched around.
Yeah, we all switched. It was good to get back on the other side of the ball. It felt good. I was actually excited about it. But it was fun. Made me miss it for a little bit, but it was fun.
Think about switching permanently?
No. Not a chance.
What position were you playing?
Corner. Yeah, corner.
You block him down?
Of course. That's what I do.
Who are you going up against?
I guarded Dungy a little bit, Keenan. I think that's it, but it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. Could I? Punch him. Slow him down. He's too fast. Those guys are way too fast. You got to slow him down somehow, somewhere. You got to slow him down way too fast.
Big too.
Yeah, big guys. So you got to find a way to slow those guys down. It's like when we had Jason Williams. He wasn't the fastest guy, but he was so big. So got to be dirty with him.
Speaking of that USC game, what do you remember from that game?
I remember them celebrating on our field. That's really the biggest thing to remember, them celebrating on our field. So that's pretty much it.
Is that motivation for you?
Everything's motivation. Not just that. I feel like if you have to use something, another team as your motivation, you're not mentally strong. I feel like.
Coincidence that you guys are playing a game in November at their field then?
Is it a coincidence? No. It's just a game, it's a date, and just excited to get out there and play.
But with that said, you said you remember them celebrating on your field.
I do remember them.
To do on their field?
I could, but we'll cross that bridge when that time comes. Ask me after that game.
What did you guys learn from why you lost? That you're working on to get better?
Just slow starts. We constantly talked about that last season, having slow starts for a second half team, but in my opinion, we need to be a first half and a second half team. I think everybody would agree with that, and we need to come out hitting on all cylinders right from the get-go, rather than trying to ease into the game. As players, we kind of need to set the tone, rather than just sitting back and letting it come to us.
Are you? I guess why does that work in other games and not against USC?
Well, they're a great team. When two great teams come against each other, you have to be on your A game. You have to bring your best game that day, because the slightest mistake is going to cost you. And that game is an example. We made some mistakes. We came out slow. They got on us, and that's what we pride ourselves on: getting on teams fast. You put them in a hole to where you make them want to quit, to where they feel like they can't get back. Even though we don't have that in this team, we fight to the end. But if you come out, make some mistakes, let a team get up on you, it's hard to get back in that game where you're going against a great team.
Do you think that you guys did that in the Rose Bowl? I mean, it seemed like you started pretty fast in the Rose Bowl. You were able to.
Yeah, we started extremely well in the Rose Bowl. But once again, two great teams, they're going to battle. It's going to be a punch for punch, blow for blow. And that was displayed in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Moving to the quarterbacks, that's what most people are going to talk about. What do you see as the difference between Marcus and Brian?
Just on the field, there's not too much of a difference at all. Brian may have a stronger arm on the field. But for me, it's the way they lead. Brown is the more vocal guy. Marcus he's the one. He's laid back. He's chill. He's just a different kind of leader. So their leading ways are different.
Chip mentioned today a slight possibility of a two-quarterback system. He's not going to rule out using both of them.
Right.
As a running back, as someone who's integral in the offense, would you rather just one guy be the one calling the shots every play? Does it matter to you if there is some change?
Well, if I was at another school where only one quarterback got reps with the ones, the second string quarterback got reps with the twos, then I would prefer just one quarterback. But here, we get so many reps in practice that you get a feel for both guys, so it won't matter.
It's not hard if they're switching off. You've got to replace somebody, Michael James, who leaves some big shoes to fill. Those two have to replace Darren, who leaves big shoes to fill. Chip, when asked, doesn't think that either of those two are the toughest position to replace on this team. Who do you think is the hardest guy that you have to replace this year?
I don't know. I haven't really looked at that. Put me on the spot right now.
Media day.
Yeah. For me, I guess the quarterback position, just because that's the leader of your team. But with those two guys, we won't skip a beat, just because of the leaders that they already are.
Thanks, Kenyon. Appreciate it, man.